Top 10 Oscar-winning Best Pictures with cats. At Cinema Cats, we cover cats in many different kinds of movies, from featured felines to kitty cameos, and even the purblers. Here now, in chronological order, is our list of cats which have been seen over the years in Oscar-winning Best Pictures. Number 10. It Happened One Night, 1934. Frank Capra directed this screwball comedy starring Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert. Spoiler alert! At the end of the film, their characters Peter and Ellie have checked into a motel, and we learn from the confused owners, played by Maydell Turner and Harry Holman, that the couple have requested a rope, a blanket, and a toy trumpet for their honeymoon night. As the owners of the motel ponder what the couple could possibly be doing with those items, the wife is holding a tabby cat, whose acting is so spot on that even he, or she, appears to be gazing in wonder at the room. Perhaps the cat was just thinking that anyone that kinky might have a little catnip on them as well. Number 9. You Can't Take It With You, 1938. Yet another classic comedy from director Frank Capra, who adapted the stage play written by George S. Kaufman and Moss Hart. The story follows the lives of the outrageously individualistic Sycamore family, including the loving matriarch Penny, played by Spring Byington. Penny is working on her screenplay, typing away amidst the chaos in the first act. In a cat burglar scene stealer role, a kitten is seen sitting on Mrs. Sycamore's desk, often playing the part of Penny's paperweight. Let's hope for this aspiring writer that the kitten doesn't turn out to be a critic as well. Number 8. Gone with the Wind, 1939. What can be said about this sweeping Civil War drama that hasn't already been said? It has everything, and that includes a cat. Rhett Butler makes sure that his daughter, Bonnie Blue, played by Cammie King Conlon, will forever hold him in higher esteem than her mother Scarlett by giving her an adorable tuxedo kitten, complete with a white ribbon. How could Scarlett hope to compete with that fuzzy little face? Now, if only Bonnie Blue had spent more time playing with her kitten instead of going out horse riding. Number 7. Mrs. Miniver, 1942. This touching story of a British family coping with the harsh realities of World War II is enhanced by the appearance of an endearing tuxedo cat named Napoleon. Napoleon is the cherished pet of the youngest member of the Miniver family, little Toby, who's played by Christopher Severin. Napoleon is first seen when Toby is rushing him down the stairs.
What's the hurry, Toby?
I can't stop, Daddy. Napoleon wants to throw up.
Does he?
Now that's friendship for you. Napoleon returns the favor by being at Toby's side for much of the film, including the bomb shelter scene, in which Napoleon is present for much of the action. But when the bombing really gets going, Napoleon disappears, not to return for the rest of the film. The character's fate is still sadly unknown. Number 6. An American in Paris, 1951. Director Vincente Minnelli's first of 2 films on this list is this beautiful musical, as imagined by Gene Kelly's choreography, set to George Gershwin's unforgettable music. In the opening scene, the camera moves down a Paris boulevard, and we see an assortment of Parisian characters, including an elderly woman feeding a tiny kitten, the first of 2 purblers on this list. Ah, the French love their cats. Vive la France! Number 5. On the Waterfront, 1954. The cat actor featured in a prominent kitty cameo in this film gets to share screen time with the lovely Eva Marie Saint, who plays Edie, the love interest of Terry Malloy, played by Marlon Brando. Edie's father even uses the cat as an analogy of his daughter's interest in Terry.
I'm feeling sorry for her, like that litter of kittens you brought in. The only one you wanted to keep had 6 toes and was cockeyed to boot. Look at him, a little bum.
The cat actor playing the part did a good job in the role, despite not having either of these defects. There's also a bonus purblur in the scene when Friendly's banker, played by Barry McCollum, is sitting in the back room. As he stands up, you could just barely see a cat walking in the shadows by his feet. It's a shame the cats weren't around to take advantage of the pigeon scene. Most cats fancy a bit of squab. Number 4. Gigi, 1958. Director Vincent Minnelli is back for his second film on our list, and the only one which unfortunately comes with a kitty carnage warning. Not because of what happened on the screen, but what possibly took place on the set. A large tabby-colored Maine Coon appears in several scenes in Gigi's home, usually sitting on a chair quietly. However, the cat is prominently featured in the bedroom sequence, in which Gigi is singing the song "Say a Prayer for Me Tonight." The cat seems far too relaxed during this scene, and this could be because there are reports that the cat actor was difficult around actress Leslie Caron, actually scratching and biting her. So, because Vincent Minnelli really wanted to use this cat, they ended up sedating him for his part. While this practice is thankfully unacceptable by today's standards, we doubt it was the first case of drugs being present on a movie set. Number 3. The Godfather, 1972. Who can ever forget the opening scene of Francis Ford Coppola's screen version of Mario Puzo's novel, in which Don Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, hears the requests of those wishing to ask a favor of him on his daughter's wedding day? And who could forget the lovable and adorable tabby cat sitting on the Don's lap being petted during this scene? Clearly, the Godfather was a lover of cats. Unfortunately, the same could probably not be said about horses. Number 2. Shakespeare in Love, 1998. This fun romantic comedy was set in Shakespeare's day and includes a kitty cameo tied into an in-joke for fans of that era of playwriting. Shakespeare, played by Joseph Fiennes, confronts the young actor, played in real life by actor Joe Roberts, who he has just dismissed from playing Ethel the pirate's daughter. The boy is seen playing with several mice and uses one to entice a black cat to come closer. We learn his name is John Webster, and he explains how he prefers violence in plays, which makes sense since playwright John Webster was known for his bloody and gory works. We're left to wonder what he does to the cat as we hear it screeching when Will Shakespeare walks away. And number 1. No Country for Old Men, 2007. The last and most recent film to grace this list is from the Coen brothers, who have used cats in many of their movies. In this film, the cats are background characters and not directly involved with the proceedings. In the scene when character Llewellyn Moss, played by Josh Brolin, checks into a hotel, he notices an orange tabby cat drinking milk from a cup. Later on, he sees the cat is still there, but drinking the milk from the floor, indicating that something violent has happened. There is also a cat cattle call late in the film when Sheriff Ed Tom Bell, played by Tommy Lee Jones, goes to visit his Uncle Ellis, as performed by Barry Corbin. Uncle Ellis's home is filled with cats. He isn't even sure how many.
How many of them things you got now?
Cats? Oh, I don't know, several. Well, it depends on what you mean by got. Some of them are half wild, some of them are just outlaws.
This just goes to show that being a crazy cat person can apply to either gender. And that's our list of the top 10 cats in Oscar-winning Best Pictures.
Cinema Cat.